Welcome to Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small-cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small-cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small-cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small-cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights. Let's make 50-100x gains together.
Good day, guys. This is Crypto.XL, back today with more crypto updates and news.
Good day. This is Crypto.XL, back again with the market update to let you know what's going on. Right, so it's been quite boring, I will say, for the past 2 months. A lot of sideways activity. We've had a recent drop in the Bitcoin price, right? We've hit below 60K. We've actually fallen around 59K, came back up. We were gaining some momentum. We hit 62,500 approximately, and we were rejected. And it seems like we're testing the 60,000 range again. And so basically we're oscillating between the lows of, I would say, 60,000 and the highs of 73,000. And we're now at the lower part of the range, around the 60,000, the lower 60,000. So your question to me would be, what happens next, right? Because there's a lot of apprehension, there's a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of people are saying that we're going to break 60,000 and we're going to head a lot lower, probably towards 53K, 52K. What I would say to that is that it's possible, right? So short term we are ranging, and we are ranging between mostly 60,000 and 72,000. If we do break the 60K, then we start testing the middle, 55, 53K. So all of that is possible. The way I look at the market is to zoom out, because short term, anything can happen. I mean, you can have a flash crash. There could be something going on internationally that causes the market to panic. There could be something going on within politics that causes the market to panic. There could be a threat of war or rumors of war. Anything can happen, and it could spike the market down. Or on the alternative, the flip side, we could suddenly hear of an interest rate cut, which could make the market go to the upside, or a new technological discovery, some bullish news. This is all possible. Or you could have a presidential candidate saying that they're endorsing crypto, right? So what I want you to do is to not focus on the short term, because the short term is impossible to predict because there are too many variables. What I would do is to zoom out. Also, let me also reiterate that this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and this is for learning and educational purposes. But now that that's out of the way, my point of view is to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. We've seen that during the 4-year cycle, at the point where we are now in the period with Bitcoin is that this is a calm before the storm. We end up going sideways after the halving and around that halving period for quite a few months. It could be short term where it's only 2 months, or it could be long term where it's 8 months literally going sideways. And historically, we've seen that that was a really good time to accumulate altcoins. Does it mean that we're at the bottom of the altcoin market? No, it doesn't mean that, but it does mean that it's a very good accumulation zone. So basically, buying at the prices that we are today, if I was to buy today, if I was to come back a year from now from the prices I bought today, historically I'll be up, significantly up. So I do not mind making the purchases when there's a time of great uncertainty, upheaval, and fear. That's actually when I'm going to start accumulating, right? I've been accumulating for a very long time, and I can tell you that usually when the fear and greed index hits below 40s, when it gets to the low 40s, that's usually a really good time to accumulate altcoins. So I'm just going to consistently do what works, and I'm not going to let the market panic me, get me worried, frustrated, or upset. I'm simply going to accumulate in the red. Now, if I buy something in the red and then a week later it goes lower, the price goes lower than what I bought it for, and it could be significantly lower, it could be 40% lower. Well, obviously I'm not going to be too happy with that, right? Because I could have just waited for the 40% extra discount. But you have to understand, my mindset is I'm buying cryptos that are going to at least 10x anyway. So if from the point that I bought the coin, it has a possibility and a likelihood of going 10x, when it drops another 40%, that means I'm probably just going to start accumulating again. I'll just buy more. It's just at the second accumulation point, or the second time I'm buying, I don't have to put as much money down. I could put a lot less down. It could only be $100. It could be 100, 150, $50, whatever it is. Because if, in my opinion, I'm acquiring projects that are going to at least 10x. If I get another 40% discount, that means this project that was going to 10x, because it's still, according to my thesis, it's still going to hit those price points anyway, right? So that now that project turns into an 18x or a higher multiple. So that's the reason why I will continue to acquire. No, I don't believe I picked the wrong project, because I did my research when I was picking the project in the first place. Now, if we're talking about micro cap altcoins, which these are the coins specifically which I'm targeting, these coins are super high risk, right? So if I pick 10 micro cap altcoins, there are some that won't make it. But if out of the 10 altcoins, if I have 6 of them that make it and do what I expect them to do, that will make up for the 4 that go sideways, that just gives me a 3x, 4x, or those that maybe 1 or 2 of them go get rug pulled, right? The other 6 of them, there's possibilities that out of the 10 I picked, some of those could literally go 100x. Some of them could do 50x, 40, 30x, 35. These are all possibilities, and I think it's actually likely that some of them will, right? So I understand the game that I'm playing, I understand the risk, and I understand the rewards. I do realize that this is a very high risk game that I'm playing, and out of these 10 altcoins, nothing is guaranteed. Just as I mentioned before, the range of performance is going to be really, really wild and varied, right? We can have maybe 2 of them go to 0, and the money I invested just gets washed out, right? And out of the 10, maybe 4 of them give over 30x, right? After I get a 50x here, a 70x there, literally one of the coins should be able to pay for the entire bag, just one of them. But The only way this works is if I'm willing to hold it through the volatility. I'd have to be willing to hold it through the fire. I'd have to be willing to hold it when it seems like Bitcoin itself is going to crash, right? Where the stability of Bitcoin becomes in question, right? Where Ethereum starts to look shaky, where Solana halves. And then could you imagine what happens to my tiny microcap altcoin, right? Like it's literally possible with some of them that you still see a 60% decline. That's literally possible. Like if we were to get an emergency warning from your country, wherever country you're in, of of rumors of war. I hate even talking about it, but I have to bring it up. But if you were to hear something like that, your coins and the market could completely crash. It can completely capitulate, and you could see a wick in Bitcoin that just it breaks all the resistances or all the support. It breaks all the support. It comes down, and then it doesn't stay there. It gets bought back up like the same day. Like half of the wick gets bought up the same day, and then within the week it rebounds and starts going green. And this is what the crypto market is like. The crypto market is an absolute zoo. Okay, it is not for the faint of heart. We see wild swings to the upside and wild swings to the downside. And the purpose of the market is to shake you out of your position. You will be shaken out of your position because of the fear. The only way for you to not be shaken out of your position is you have to understand the possibilities of what can happen, understand how they're going to try to psych you out, understand how they're going to try to get your money and get your bag, understand how they're going to get you to sell and get you in a state of fear and panic. So you sell at the lows because you think we're going to go lower. So you sell because you get too much pain and you don't want to, take more damage. And then it does go a little bit lower. And then we're sleeping one night or we're not paying attention. Then all of a sudden good news hits the market and that all of those losses were wiped out and we're actually in a positive and we're higher up than where you sold. And that is what is going to happen. That's what's going to happen in the market. Right? There's going to be some panic thing that happens. I don't know what it is because if I did, then I'd be Nostradamus or something, right? But it's a cycle, it's a pattern that repeats and it's over and over again. And you can see like during this sideways choppy action, the purpose of the sideways choppy action is to shake people out of the market, right? Because we are going to go higher. That's the end result of this. We're going to go way higher. The long run, but short term is how did they get most of the people to capitulate, to give up, and then after the most amount of people give up and the most amount of people think that this is the top of the market and we're going to go lower, now let's send it. And when they send it, it's too late. It's going to be too late to get back in. So you look at the altcoins, right? Especially the micro caps, which I mentioned, and they're like, some of them are down 80%, right? They're down a lot. Some of them are down a lot. Average is probably like 55%, depending on which coin, but the micro caps are like 70%. Some of them are 80%. Some of them are down 85%. Now, when they send this, that 85% that it was down, all of that's gonna be eaten back up. But it's going to happen too quickly for you to get back into the market. By the time you get in the market, I would say like 70% of it's already eaten. Yeah, the loss is eaten back up, and now it's only from all-time highs for a lot of these coins. You're only like 15% off, and we think that's it, and we're going to rest for a while, and then it continues to push forward. So by the time you figure out that you should have been in the market, you've already missed the majority of a lot of the gains, and that's why I don't try to time the market. They have algorithms, they have programs based on human behavior, based on history, that knows at what point you're going to sell, and they know at what point you're going to buy. So trying to be a trader, you're going up against history, programs, algorithms, teams, people with in corporations with billions of dollars. So that's not a challenge I would like to take on, right? It most likely it wouldn't end well for an individual trying to go up against all of that, right? So instead, what I can do is I could zoom out and I could look at the historical pattern of Bitcoin, the 4-year cycles, and see what happens around this time every 4-year cycle, not just last 4-year cycle or the cycle before. Every 4-year cycle is the same pattern. So if it's the same pattern, why don't I just play according to the pattern? Why don't I just tune out all of the news, all of the drama, all of the media, all of who Kim Kardashian is dating, or what's going on with the Grammys, or the presidential race, and all of these things, which are, I guess you could look at it for entertainment, but we had news 4 years ago. We had news 4 years before that. We had all of these crises in all of these prior cycles, and all of this optimism about ETFs and these kind of things in other cycles, right? But the chart still did what the chart did. The chart still produced the same pattern, same 4-year pattern every 4 years. So there is no need for me to make the news my driving thesis into how I shouldn't be investing in the market, right? I should just simply follow the chart, right? And the chart says that I should be accumulating right now. Simple, okay? So the question of which cryptos to accumulate and at what prices should you be buying for, my Patreons have consistently received buy alerts at strategic moments in the market when I've seen these wicks and these oversold positions in quality altcoins that are microcaps that have the potential to do those double-digit returns in short periods of time. You also have to remember that when the double-digit returns come, there's not going to be a warning. There's no get ready, get set, no tie your shoelaces and get your socks on. There will not be a warning. It will just happen, and it could be quick, right? If you miss the 20 or the 24 most prosperous days in a Bitcoin chart, you miss the majority of the growth. So the idea of I'll just sit on the side until I see Bitcoin wake up is very dangerous, because again, when Bitcoin moves, and you won't have a chance to get back in the saddle, right? Bitcoin could run up to 80K, when we don't expect it. And by the time you get ready to buy your altcoins, now you have to buy at higher prices, and you have 30% less of a position because you have to buy at higher prices. I would rather DCA in on the red days. And again, if I buy one of these cryptos for a high price, or it'll be way lower than its high, right? But if I buy it for a price and then a week later it drops another 20%, my plan is to buy a little bit. I don't need to spend that much, because again, the price is lower, right? So I'm going to get a higher quantity of coin. I will buy a little bit on those red days, and it's really just that simple. For me to try to time the bottom, I don't have time for that, and I'm not trying to deal with the stress or any other issues. Checking my phone every 2 seconds to see if it ticks up. I can't do that. I'm just gonna slowly DCA in, and right now the coins don't seem like much because the price is so low. It's so low, right? But that's why I'm accumulating, and I'm patient enough to wait. And when we get that ridiculous candle with Bitcoin's 80 something K and Ethereum is 6K or whatever, Solana is 500 and heading upwards. When all of that's happening, it would have been to basically my bags that have been for months I've been accumulating, right? So at that point, I could decide what I want to do, right? I could decide how, if I need a little extra money to do something, things I wanted to do, bills I wanted to get paid, or vacations I wanted to take, or expenses I wanted to splurge on, I can decide if I see fit to take profit or take some profit during that time period, right? So we're expecting the top to be in 2025. Historically, that will be Q4 of 2025. Can we say for sure that that's what's going to happen? What I will say is that historically, it would be Q4 of 2025 being the ultimate top. But last cycle, we had a double top, meaning that in April, we had a top, and then we had another top in November, right? So it's possible that we get a double top this time around too. Maybe we get a triple top. Nobody knows, right? No one knows. You don't know until you know, until it actually happens. That all being said, I'm going to stick to my thesis and my plan. And should we get some ridiculously high valuations in the future, just like how I've been DCAing in on the lows, I could decide to DCA out on the highs, right? It's really up to each individual. But again, if you want to see exactly when I'm buying and when I'm selling, you could check me out on my Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon and the team there, because they're getting good information of which coins, which projects in particular that I have my eye on, and at what prices I'm buying. But I generally just make sure that you have a plan. Make sure you're controlling your emotions. Make sure that you're not overextended, because if you're overextended, you're going to make mistakes on these volatile moves. When we have huge swings, you're going to make mistakes. So don't be overextended. Don't be over leveraged. And right now, there's not much leverage in the market. But when the market turns green, I'm sure the leverage is going to come back. Don't be over leveraged, because that over leveraging is just basically taking your money and giving it to the exchanges, because you're going to get liquidated. So don't do that, right? It's smarter to just DCA in on the lows, like how we've been doing, right? So that's it from me. Shout out to you for paying attention. If you look at the market right now, most people have left the market. Crypto interest is down. Google search terms are down. YouTube views are down. Memberships are down. And that's the perfect time to accumulate, right? When the hype comes in and crypto is going to save the world, and why didn't we think of this before, and Bitcoin is energy efficient, and NASA and the US Armed Forces and everyone around the world is using crypto, and everyone should get involved in crypto. When that all happens, when all of that hype starts picking up, you'll be sitting pretty, okay? So again, kick back, kick your feet out, put your hands behind your head, relax, get a glass of lemonade or whatever it is you like to drink. Just relax yourself and enjoy the ride, right? I mean, if we're saying that we're going to be peaking in 2025, whether Q1 or Q4, I mean, it's higher, the prices will be higher than they are now, okay? So just take it easy and make sure you have a plan. Make sure that anything that you're deciding to do, it doesn't infringe upon your emotions and your well-being. Take care of your friends, your family, and your loved ones.
Welcome to Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights. Let's make 50-100x gains together.
live. Good day, guys. This is Crypto.XL back today with more crypto updates and news.